Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right. It's been a moment since we've had a Judge Eileen Cannon reading, and it's time to have one. News is out. Jack Smith was asking the federal judge to rule on an advice of counsel defense for Donald Trump. So, as I recall from previous readings on this, an advice of counsel is when Donald Trump's, his defense is going to say, basically, my lawyers told me it was okay. So Jack Smith was asking Judge Cannon to rule that if Trump is going to use an advice of counsel defense argument, that she have him tell Jack Smith by a certain date so that the federal government could ask for the appropriate discovery that goes with advice of counsel defenses. And in here, Jack Smith noted that Trump has publicly stated he was, quote, told he had no legal obligation to return classified documents. He was also made references that he was under no obligation to hand over certain materials based on various legal rulings that have been made over the years. And so in his recently September, Trump said, I'm allowed to have these documents. I'm allowed to take these documents classified. I'm covered by the Presidential Records Act. I'm allowed to do what I want to do. I'm allowed to have documents. And Smith was basically saying all these examples rate the possibility that Trump will assert an advice of counsel defense at the trial, necessitating the notice and discovery the government seeks here. Judge Cannon said, no, it's too early. No, there's other things that have to happen first. He doesn't have to tell you now. So she denied it without prejudice, which means that he can file it again. But also key in this, it's another paperless filing. And that's been noted, I believe, by Midas Touch, is that if these are paperless filings, it's stuff he can't necessarily go to the appeals court with because she's keeping everything off of paper. This is kind of her workaround to keep delaying things for Trump and not getting booted from the case. What's also interesting here is that, again, without prejudice ruling doesn't mean Smith can raise the issue again. But in Judge Chutkin's case, Trump's been ordered by Monday, which is going to be the 15th of January, that he has to let Jack Smith know if he's going to use the advice of counsel defense in the January 6th case. So, Judge Chutkin doesn't seem to have a problem having Trump say this, but Judge Cannon does. So basically, Judge Cannon's decision gives Trump a reprieve from having to share his strategy, even though Jack Smith's team has had to let Trump's team know how they were going to redact the classified documents, which Jack Smith was concerned would give Trump's team the contours of the prosecution. So Trump gets all the advantage of knowing what the government's going to do, and the government doesn't get the advantage of knowing anything Trump's going to do. That's Judge Cannon for you. All right. What's the energy around the Mar-a-Lago documents case with Judge Cannon's latest ruling? Okay. There's an evaluation going on. Evaluation of values, things of value on that one. She seems so biased against the government and so biased for him. Okay. So there's an evaluation going on. And a Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think she's trying to present like she's being fair and balanced, but there's an insincerity there because seldom does anything go against Trump. Yet every other court case, things go against Trump. This makes no sense whatsoever. If anything, this should be the easiest, most slam dunk case there is that Trump is facing. And it keeps getting delayed and delayed. It's a little bit favors here. Underneath it is the Queen of Swords. She's in charge of the case, and she's ruling the case as she wants to. Now, this could be her ultimate undoing. Just to throw that out there, she can't blame anybody else for the decisions that she makes on this. Again, to me, there's a lack of sincerity going forward, offering Trump all these breaks. And I think this will come back to bite her. It's just a question of when, and will this case ever go to trial before the elections? In the past, we have the Four of Wands, the opening day card, the marriage card. The trial was supposed to start in May. And, opening day's coming up. And basically what Jack Smith is saying, he filed a bunch of motions that's forcing Judge Cannon's hand. Are we going to make this trial on time? Because if we are, you need to send out information like jury questionnaires and do all these various things and include, the advice of counsel defense so there's enough time for discovery. And so he's concerned about making that May deadline that was coming on. That's the whole reason why this motion was brought up. Current situation is the Knight of Pentacles. I think what we are getting here is a gift to Donald Trump. This is not a gift to Jack Smith. This is a gift to Donald Trump. It could be a gift to Jack Smith if he can get the judge removed, but there's a gift being given here. The overarching energy is the Six of Swords, the moving away. This is another attempt at delaying the inevitable. This is Donald Trump's in choppy waters, and she is trying to move that case down the road. Now, the downside of this is the other part of Jack Smith's order or his strategy is if she kicks this case down the road, then that gives Judge Chutkin the ability to move Trump's case forward, assuming we can get through the... that's already March 3rd. Never mind. What was it? This would be the Fonnie Willis case, potentially moving forward, but now we've got some issues potentially with that case. The lesson to be learned is judgment. I think she's calling attention to herself. And I don't think her judgment is necessarily fair and balanced. There seems to be a lot of deference in her judgment. The outcome is the King of Pentacles. Trump's going to get what he wants. This case is going to get delayed, and I would not be surprised if this case gets delayed till after the election. I would not be surprised at all. There's no reason for it. Absolutely none, except that this woman is in charge of the case. Again, the concern, the fear is that Trump gets reelected, which I don't see happening. But the strategy from Trump's point of view is get reelected and then make this case go away. Appoint a new attorney general who quashes the case, asks to dismiss the case because they're no longer pursuing this. That type of thing. And I'm sure that during confirmation hearings, the Attorney General would be asked if he plans on canceling the case. And then watch him not answer the question. It would be that kind of thing. But it looks like at least the goal here is to delay this thing to after the election. Will this case be delayed until after... Actually, I can phrase it one of two ways. I can ask if it's delayed till after the election, or I can ask if it's delayed till after Trump is irrelevant. You know what I mean? Because if it's after Trump is irrelevant, if he gets sick or if he flees the country and his presidential campaign is non-viable, then there's no reason to delay this case anymore. Because all you're trying to do is delay it so that he gets a reprieve here. But let's say, will this case be delayed till after the November elections in 2024? I got two cards popping up here, which were the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands. There's a fight. She's got the advantage. She's trying to get it there, but she might be forced to have it beforehand. That Four of Cups is like, somebody's not getting what they want, whether that's Jack Smith or Trump, but there's like a fight to prevent that from happening, and somebody's a little disappointed with the outcome here. They're not getting the outcome they want or deserve, which could just simply mean that it happens after the election. It doesn't simply go away, or Trump's not elected. Okay, but will this case be delayed past 2024? Three of Wands. They're looking at that. Absolutely looking. They're waiting to see, can she continue to do this? We have the Death card, the Devil, the Nine of Coins, and the Eight of Wands. Honestly, I see her being removed. This is her looking for work, looking for something else to do, and it's going to be something that happens quickly. There's going to be connections that are shown between her and Trump that's going to bring an end to her overseeing this, and it could be financial. They find some financial connection that she's financially benefited from a relationship with Trump, and that kills her being overseeing this case. And when it happens, it'll happen quickly. So I think, and now if you get to that Seven of Wands and that Four of Cups, if she's taken off of it, there's going to be a new judge appointed, and Trump's not going to like who that new judge is, because all of a sudden all the delays that he's getting go away. And now this case gets back on track. And, instead of May being delayed to December, maybe it's coming out, going to trial right before the elections, which would look really, really bad. Okay. Spiritual lesson for the Mar-a-Lago documents case. What are we supposed to be learning from this? What are we supposed to be learning from the Mar-a-Lago documents case? Besides the fact that we're just sick to death of corrupt judges. What are we supposed to learn? King of Swords. It's going to be about Jack Smith. Knight of Cups. Hanged Man. Chariot. King of Cups. What we're going to learn from this is how somebody like Jack Smith keeps control of his emotions. He doesn't act out and shoot himself in the foot. Even when, he will approach the judge with offers and he lets her basically lie to him. But the case, he keeps moving his case forward despite these setbacks. He doesn't lose hope. He doesn't give up. He doesn't act immature and lash out. He's just like, okay, that's how she's going to play it. Fine. We will just work. It's like he shows us how to work against adversity. Instead of having a straight line, sometimes you have to zigzag or circle around and stuff like that. So that's the lesson that we're learning from this case, is how to be resourceful, maintain our power, and not be victims. Instead of looking at this as being victimized, he's looking at it as a challenge, like a chess match, and setting up his pieces to force his enemies' play, and then expose them for who they are. Yeah, he's not going to get checkmate in 10 moves. It might be 20 moves to get that, but he will get there. Don't give up. Okay, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my videos make it out to a wider audience. To people who've just recently discovered this channel, thank you for finding us. Hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.